morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, I am showing you one of the weirder stories that we've seen in a little while. You see, it turns out that Walmart have stopped selling Pokémon cards. Yeah. Now, this was initially shared over on ProPlay Games, over on Facebook. I believe they are the people that shared it initially. And it reads like this. Attention trading card vendor. The trading card categories have been removed from the sales floor, and sales of these items have been suspended due to inappropriate customer behavior and increased demand. Please do not stock these items until further direction from management has been given. Questions and comments can be directed to the management team. Now, we've seen a bunch of stuff happening with trading cards recently, and I will get to that as we go through the video, but this is about the most extreme we've seen. Walmart are the biggest retailer in the USA. Now, I haven't been to the USA for a couple of years, COVID and all of that, but I have been to the US, and when I go to the US, call me a terrible tourist if you will, I love going to Walmart. And there are basically two reasons I want to go to Walmart. And those are American snacks and nose at the trading card game aisle. Because I like snacks and trading card games. It's fairly straightforward. And why remember going and seeing it pretty stacked and, you know, spending a few bucks here and there on random TCG stuff, and my wife being far too accommodating, as I've mentioned in many videos. My wife is awesome. But apparently that has not been the case lately, but it's not selling out. Selling out isn't the problem. The problem is customer behavior. And this is where there are certain members of the community who, honestly, I suspect are not actually really members of the community like you and I would understand it, who should be frankly ashamed of themselves. Because what we've had is situations where people have been very, very naughty. I mean, to show a couple of examples, Benny James over on the Facebook group shared an example of just Walmart where somebody had essentially opened up one of the tins and just dug through to see if there are any cards worth actually taking, and then just left it. Which is honestly, like, genuinely a little bit sad. Here's a picture shared by Kyle Brewer over on the Facebook page, and over on Virbank City, the main Facebook page. And you can see there just a completely empty shelf, but also a sign saying all card sales are final, which really should be the case. I mean, certainly if you've opened. Also, do notice there are a couple of Orbeetle and a Detective Pikachu product hiding at the bottom there. There are a couple of things. But this is basically what I've been hearing from my friends over in the US for a little while now. And that is that going to these big box stores, your Walmart, your Target, etc., this has essentially been people's experience. But it's actually been a little bit worse. Oh, and actually, here's another little image shared by Silver Cerulean James over on the Facebook group saying trading cards are not returnable, which again, come on, obviously they're not returnable. The whole point is that they're random. If you open them and return them, that kind of defeats the whole point. That would be a very, very bad thing. And there's all kinds of stories of people just not being able to find products in their locals for weeks and weeks. But unfortunately, I've seen over and over again, and it seems to be Target where these have been more prevalent, at least the stories I've seen. That's no reflection on the shop. It's probably just a weird coincidence. But the stories have been out there, and they've honestly not made people look particularly good. Rick Avery on Virbank went and shared this image from Target, and essentially you can see that what they've done is they've put Shining Fates into the high-value goods locked cabinet. So you've got your electronic goods, your smartwatches, things of that nature, and then you've got your Shining Fates pin collection, Shining Fates Elite Trainer Box, Shining Fates tins, and Shining Fates Pikachu V collection, which honestly kind of has to be the right move, because what people have been basically doing is just rocking up to Target and just clearing everything out. There's an image shared by Dominique Brown here. Due to high demand, we will be limiting quantity of sports cards and Pokemon to 3 items per guest. So you can only actually buy 3 Pokemon items when you go in. And the reason very simply is that people go into Target and just absolutely clear the shelves in a way which is not good for everybody else. I mean, James Franzen over on the group shared this image of Vivid Voltage being restocked, but was apparently told that it's 1 pack per person per visit. So you can go and buy yourself one of the bigger products, which is awesome, but it is literally 1 trading card game item per person. So if you want to buy packs of Vivid Voltage, you can literally buy 1 pack of Vivid Voltage. Although what a bunch of stores have been doing is relaxing the limit for individual boosters, but keeping a limit on there for larger products. And it is unfortunately necessary. I mean, look at this image from Sean Tatarka. We've just got a completely empty shelf, save for the Trainer's Toolkit, which is a pretty good product, to be fair, but still, that's not really the point here. It's been getting a little bit silly. And now, you've got to take this a little bit with a pinch of salt here, but we've also seen some pretty inflammatory articles going around. So Vice.com ran an article a couple of weeks ago, basically saying that, as last week, Target is prepared to call the cops on frantic Pokemon card hunters, Pokemon card flippers are making Target stores chaotic, and the company has told employees to consider calling the cops on people who camp out overnight. Now, obviously, an article like this you've got to take a little bit with a pinch of salt, but the fact of the matter is, I have heard various stories. I have heard of people camping from midnight, literally camping overnight. I have heard that a lot of Target stores have been selling the bigger products only on Friday mornings, so you have to basically turn up, join the queue on a Friday morning. The bigger products are only sold on a Friday morning, and you have to essentially go there, queue up, and you're limited to 1 per person. And because they only sell them on a Friday morning, that's it. Unfortunately, you can turn up once a week and grab one. Of course, if you're only selling it on a Friday morning, clearly that is not particularly ideal for anybody that works a job with regular 9 to 5 hours, as the majority of jobs are, because those jobs are not going to leave you available to go to Target on a Friday morning to go and pick up Pokemon cards. And that's a little bit of a problem. And you'll notice the examples I've been giving you in this video, shops have been reaching. They've been limiting purchases. They have been selling only at one particular time. They've been putting the products behind locked cabinets to try and make sure that only certain people are actually able to buy them so they can control it. Because the other stories I've been hearing are people who essentially know when the vendor is going to turn up, and they turn up behind the vendor. I should do a little bit of a side at this stage for people that don't know. There are certain products in supermarkets like trading cards and magazines is a big one in the UK that are not actually sold by the supermarket. They are essentially a concession. They are contracted out to a third party. So although you can buy cards in Walmart and Target and Target have nothing to do with it. There is a third party vendor that essentially buys the cards from distributors and rocks up and stocks those individual stores. And people have been following them from store to store, just clearing them out. And literally I've heard stories of people following the vendor all day from store to store, just buying everything as soon as it gets stocked up. And if there is a group of people doing this, they are probably going to be moderately intimidating, because they're probably not terribly nice, polite people. I mean, if what they're doing is following the vendor around all day to buy everything up, they're probably not going to be the kind of people that are going to queue nicely and make sure everybody gets a turn. They're probably going to be the kind of people that try and buy literally everything. And there will be some vendors out there that will actively be trying to stop this happening. And there will be other vendors out there who are going, yay, I've sold all of my stock. I look good. So things have to be done. And I've given you a bunch of examples in this video, but then we go back to the original story, And the original story is that Walmart have removed trading card categories from the sales floor and suspended sales of these items. Now, do remember there are many Walmarts all around the USA. Some might be doing this early, some might not be doing it at all. I am not guaranteeing this is going to be in every Walmart, but this is absolutely the kind of story we needed to mention. And it's not because cards are too popular, let's be clear. And I know it says increased demand, but the increased demand isn't what's caused the problem. It is the behaviour of idiots which has caused the problem. Because if demand was really high, but everybody was just queuing up nicely and politely and having a chat about Pokemon and paying and going away, Walmart wouldn't care. They would in fact go, hey, we're a business, we're selling more products, this is a good thing. What Walmart are actually doing is actively turning down sales and revenue and profit. And the reason is people are getting too annoying. They don't want people camping outside to try and come and buy trading card game products. They don't want people intimidating people to not buy Pokemon card products. They don't want big queues going through the store waiting for the vendor to stop stocking. These things are very annoying. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is where we've got to. Is this a thing which is going to last forever? No, obviously not. Trading cards are big business. Trading cards aren't going anywhere. And incidentally, this is not just Pokemon, this is trading cards generally, but this is a Pokemon channel, so we're focusing on Pokemon. This is a temporary measure, and as soon as things get a little bit more back to normal, when supply increases, etc., Walmart are going to go back to selling them because Walmart want money. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Not the nicest, cheeriest story ever, but I do like keeping you up to date on all the things you need to know. And unfortunately, this is one of those things you needed to know. But now it's over to you guys. I want to know what you think about this story. I want to know your experiences of shops like Target and Walmart, etc., and whether your experiences have been good or bad. Share your stories with me in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.